Hey gang, it's Terry with Toxic Natives. Hey, I wanted to do a review on this watch for quite a while, but it took me a while to track one of these watches down, and the reason why is the first two iterations of this watch sold out within about five seconds, I think, on the website, to the point where it crashed the site. And part of the reason is because Halios watches, they stand out from the crowd. They make watches that have original designs, and their customer service rocks. There's no reason not to give him your money. This last time he did do a pre-order. I don't know if it went better. You would have to ask the owner, Jason, whether or not it went better. But I think more people were able to get in on the order, so there's more available right now. Since the first two iterations sold out right away, people were able to mark the prices up to about $1,500, $1,200, right around there. And this watch sold for $690. So since this is the third version, this has the ETA 2824. The other ones used Myotas. I'm pretty positive they used Myotas. I might be lying to you. I tend to do that sometimes. This one's a fixed bezel. Sky blue highlights on it, on the hour markers, and the Seaforth. Screw down crown. DLC coating. Vintage. Let's call that a flat top sapphire crystal. Just gives you a super vintage feel to it, without the insecurity of a vintage crystal, because they tend to crack, not easily, but they're not as sturdy as a sapphire crystal. So one of the cool things with Jason is he includes a killer package with his watches. Leather case. Doesn't feel like pleather. I think it's real leather. Vintage style rubber strap. It's a thinner version, so it does not overpower the lugs. And this is what I'm going to show you, is that, see how thin the lugs are on this watch? What happens is some people tend to put a super thick strap on a watch, and it will overpower the lugs on the watch, and it'll ruin the flow of it. This one is a lot thinner. It's almost as thin at the spring bar hole, but it tapers. Really nice taper to it. DLC buckle to match the case. Screw down crown. Some people say that the winding on their watch is kind of gritty feeling. This is an ETA movement, not uncommon with this movement. You can hear it right now. Little noisy. Nice and tight feeling though. But when you actually push the crown in to screw it in, it's a smooth turn. So it is the movement, not the actual crown itself, that's causing that, not sandy, but not a smooth operation. See what else could, see how the lugs curve down on this watch a lot? Really nice lugs on it. Lug to lug, the watch is at 46.6. Case width is 40 millimeters. Let's see, it has a kind of wide crown guard on it, pretty sweet. 15.86. Let's see what the crown dimensions are on it. 6.53 on the crown dimensions. It's a screw down crown, just like you just saw me do. Another cool thing about this watch is it uses the same case shape right here, or profile, as the Rolex Submariner. So if you want to add a bracelet to this, look up Submariner style bracelets on eBay. Watch would be killer with a Submariner style bracelet on it. It's got applied markers, you can see them. They're applied on top of the dial and then filled with lume. This uses a blue lume. I think it's called BWG9. Might be wrong on that. So it's not super bright like Seiko's, but it'll last 6 hours during the night if it's been charged. This watch uses a standard size spring bar. It uses a 0.8 millimeter tip, so it's pretty universal. You can use quick release spring bars on it. I do not recommend quick release spring bars, but that's up to you. I think this design is loosely based off of an old school Citizen, maybe from the 70s. I don't remember exactly. Either way, it's loosely based because Jason made it his. The crystal on this is a flat top sapphire, like I said. It's 2.5 millimeters thick. Just a sick watch. Really nice watch. Another thing people complain about, they say the rotor's loud. Yeah, it's kind of loud. On your wrist, there's no way you can hear that. And usually if a rotor's loud like that, it's not because anything's wrong with it. It's because a thinner metal was used on the case back, and this is a 200 meter watch, so they probably didn't need to have a reason to make a thicker case back. Now if it's rated to probably 600 meters or heck even 300 meters, it might be a thicker metal. But all in all, it's a classic look to it. Actually, it's an instant classic, if I can say that. If somebody saw this watch today, they would be pressed to say whether or not it's a current watch or an old school model. It's just that nice and that smooth looking. Well, gang, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. If not, tell me to pound sand. Hey, have a good day, gang.